Good morning. Welcome to the postgraduate program of the ERA Medical University. Today we'll cover managing trauma during the COVID-19 pandemic, which is the 2020 microbiological disaster which the world is facing. Naturally, we'll be much better off than our predecessors and future generations who have not faced this calamity. Let us try to understand COVID-19. So this COVID-19 cases by July 25th were about 13 lakhs and there were 30,645 deaths, which makes a percent of 2.39%. If you compare it with the seasonal flu of 2019, there were 28,798 cases and 1,218 deaths, which means their death rate was 4.23% higher than the COVID rate. But what is different and what makes COVID-19, what makes it to be feared is the 12 lakh cases instead of 28,000 cases of flu. So the transmission is the problem. One patient infects how many is the ratio for COVID-19, and it is 5.77 as compared to 2.2 is the R of flu or the ratio of flu. This 5.77 means that to reach sufficient herd immunity for the R to become less than 1, 82% of our population, which is a number of greater than 100 crores, must be immune by infection or vaccine. If it is not vaccine, then with a death rate of 2.39%, by that time we will have 5 crore dead. This is the importance of vaccine coming and all of us getting vaccinated. The seropositivity in blood donors at KG in a KG Medical University study is 4%, and we would need 19% for the peak to arrive and for the pandemic to start declining. It started declining at 19% seropositivity rate in New York and 23% in Delhi. So when would the epidemic or the pandemic decline? So if you see the graph here, you find that from 2 lakh to 3 lakh it took 10 days, and therefore from 2 lakh to 4 lakh you would take 20 days. So the present doubling rate is 20 days. Now let us apply this doubling rate to the present numbers. You see that to reach the 20% of 16 crore to 32 crores, which is to cross the 20 crore mark, the cycle will be between the doubling cycle will be between the 7th and the 8th doubling cycle. At the rate of 20 days doubling cycle, it will be 140 days, 20 into 7, which is about 4.6 months. So from July 25th, it will be November 2020. Our success is therefore to make as many as possible immune by vaccine and not by infection. As many as possible, as fast as possible. In the 7 to 8 doubling cycle, the 20% seropositivity of the Indian population will be immune by infection, with above 39 lakh dead at the rate of 2.39% mortality. You compare it with the expected annual 2 lakh trauma death rate in 1 year in 2019, and you would realize that the COVID-19 is therefore 20 times more of a problem than the trauma problem. Any vaccine after that date will be for post-mortem purposes. So we must aim to get vaccinated before December. After 4.6 months, the epidemic may not be there. The status of vaccination is that the Oxford vaccine being developed by the Serum Institute of India will give us T cell based immunity with antibody titers sufficient to prevent infection within 1 month of getting 2 doses of the vaccine. And one dose will cost rupees 1000. But this vaccine would be available in the market by January. So it may be too little too late. We may, as an institution, try to volunteer to get it as volunteers in the trial before that date and become immune to infection by the coronavirus. So this we have compared COVID-19 with seasonal flu in the previous sites, and we have said that since even though the death rate is higher with the seasonal flu, still the transmission is much lower, and therefore seasonal flu is a much better alternative to COVID-19 as far as the pandemic is concerned. So in India, there were 2,18,000 deaths, which were 20 times lesser than the 39 lakh of COVID deaths till epidemic peak is reached in November. So trauma is less important than COVID-19. And changes which are needed to prevent trauma, which is primary prevention. That means there should be no accidents. Will cost rupees 40,000 non-recurring per disability adjusted life year saved. And these changes, which are for primary prevention, consist of better road and vehicle design, strong policy on traffic rules and its enforcement, and safe roads which should be implemented with evidence-based road safety interventions. Once you get injured, you incur recurring costs. And the most cost-effective strategy in which you spend 400 rupees per disability adjusted life year saved is pre-hospital care. Compare it with rupees 14,000 per disability adjusted life year saved in hospital care. Therefore, as a doctor, you have the duty of preparing the community for timely first responder hospital care before formal help arrives. Now, what should this first responder be able to do? You should be able to save life and save limb. Restoring limb structure and restoring limb function is the job of the hospital. What endangers life? To save life, you have to stop bleeding. You have to suspect, to diagnose, detect, manage, and monitor shock. You have to prevent aspiration and manage the upper respiratory tract. You have to learn to do that. You have to stabilize the cervical and the other spine and fractures, but the most important is the cervical spine, because if you endanger the spinal cord above the C3 level, there will be respiratory arrest and immediate death of the patient. Finally, you must decompress the pneumothorax, and that you can do simply by a 16 gauge needle through the third intercostal space on the affected side, and that can save many lives. Then for the limb, you have to detect and report vascular insufficiency prominently, so that everybody who manages the patient after you knows that there is vascular insufficiency and acts appropriately. On arrival in the hospital, you have to do what is left. But the most important in the COVID situation, you have to learn to save yourself from the COVID. Then, what is this save yourself strategy? The first event is you are exposed to the COVID-19 patient and are in danger of an airborne spread. So let patients not needing hospitalization stay home and manage them by telemedicine as far as possible. Support lockdown and social distancing actively. Object to any violations that you see. Download your Arogya Setu on your mobile. Identify and tag COVID-19 positive mobile numbers on the Arogya Setu so that you and the others can be alerted when there is a COVID-19 positive patient near you. Don't be near a person without a mask. Enforce use of mask and face shield in a person who wants to talk to you. Manage the aerosol. Keep fans on. Use laminar airflow if possible. If nothing, open windows, avoid closed spaces, use face shields, and avoid crowded places or public spaces like trains or aircrafts or malls or picture halls. Always contact through mobile, text, picture, number or video or airtight screens. Avoid any meetings. Rethink and redesign your life around technology that will protect you. Wash hands and use sanitizers whenever you touch something. Get adaptive immunity, specific immunity into your immune system. So you get vaccinated. But till you get vaccinated, you rely on any advice. And the ERA prescription is ginger, green tea, curcumin, broccoli. Know and follow government orders. Remain and keep others informed. Protect your daily contacts by promoting these precautions. When managing COVID positive, always practice the use of PPE without a mistake and memorize the standard operating procedures applicable in the hospitals and follow them. Protect your home and vehicle. Plan and practice a procedure to protect the home and vehicle, especially the shoes and clothes. Avoid uncooked food and wash hands. And if ill, report early and protect others. Remember that honesty is the best policy. As far as definitive treatment is concerned, choose only minimally invasive, safe, effective definitive treatment. Not only anesthesia risks are very high in COVID-19 patients, but remember that you are increasing your and your colleagues' risks too.